prey on cooperators, and you get enough of them around, and you get some people who say forget it, and they go off and do their own thing. And you get these beautiful heteroclinic cycles. I love that word, heteroclinic. Let me say it again, heteroclinic. But you get these beautiful cycles that can really help to explain not just why we cooperate more than other species, but why we have variation. And some of our work actually has started to explore the genetic basis of both cooperation and connection, and we're finding that genes actually play a very strong role in these different kinds of behaviors.
Terrific. One thing that it reminded me of, I was writing a little profile, big win for political scientists. Eleanor Ostrom just won a Nobel Prize in economics, and in some of her work, she shows that in experimental settings, when people playing these kind of experimental public goods games, that simply allowing people to talk to one another face to face and come to a consensus on a rule that everybody's going to follow and on a set of sanctions enables them to actually cooperate in a way that they otherwise couldn't if they couldn't communicate in that kind of way. And in relation to your book, that was making me think, well, who you're going to talk to, is a function of what network you're in, and whether or not a set of norms that enable cooperation is going to spread or not might have something to do with how the network in a particular group is structured.
Right, and so you think about these interactions you have with people. If someone cheats you, you stop interacting with them. And so this is one thing that some scholars have just started to think about, this co-evolution of these networks, of these friendships or these interactions we have with people with your past interactions with them, their past behavior. So if they're good to you, then you play with them again. If they're bad to you, you seek another partner. And that's, I think, just now starting to help us understand the structure of some of these networks. And it's really interesting because the fact that these connections exist means that we must have adapted in some way for them to be good on balance. Because if they weren't good on balance, then over the last hundreds of thousands of years when we've been living in these social networks, we probably would no longer have them. Evolution would have, made these people who said, "Oh, forget you," these loners, they would have made them actually do better than the people who tried to live in groups. And so the fact that social networks exist is itself evidence that social networks are inherently good.
All right. Well, that's a provocative claim, but I'll leave it there. Thanks so much, James, for coming on. Your book with Nicholas Christakis is Connected.
The Surprising Power. Yeah, go ahead.
You say it.
Yeah, Connected, the surprising power of our social networks and how they shape our lives. And we have a website at connectedthebook.com.
All right. Well, thanks, James. It was fun.
Thank you.